Hello, everyone. I have published a informal proof that the universe is a fractal. I'm very happy to share it. You can see it in the description of this video. I'm going to run through it very quickly. Basically, I have a picture that kind of shows what we're talking about. It's a little simplified, but should give you the initial idea. Talks about the scope. The scope is not as big as you think. It is just relativity and quantum mechanics. And if you can recreate fields, you got most of that knocked out already. Quantum mechanics, I focused on what was actually observed, not theorized, which made it a lot simpler. And I cover like definitions, talk about the solution here, and then I elaborate on some things and use metaphors, which I've come to learn some people hate, but too bad. So the proof is that basically I'm assuming that relativity's observations in math is good. I'm assuming that all the quantum mechanics core reproduced experiments are not experimental error. And I just go through and cover how basically you can recreate relativity's fields from directed fields. And quantum mechanics basically talk about how there's a tessellation. And so there's a bunch of hidden variables you don't know about. You're not violating non-locality because of this tessellation. This tessellation comes from, it's a fractal, so you got a lot of energy structures that just keep going smaller and smaller. And that covers most of it. Also kind of covers a theory on electroweak, but it's not really a requirement to this. In fact, neither of those are really a requirement to this because I'm just proving that things are a fractal. They're supporting evidence. What makes me think it's a fractal is that I see a repeating pattern. A repeating pattern is that if you go to the very top, low pressure and low displacement resembles stuff that's cosmic, and high pressure and high displacement resembles stuff that's small, and in between looks like stuff in between. So basically, that's my theory. I go and use what I call rigged market math, rigged market odds, and assume that even though it looks like very strongly it should be this, the best you can get is 50%. So going through all this, the odds basically emerge, even with saying like 50%, 50%, 50%, you get to 100%. You still might say like, hey, you don't know what you don't know. So best you can do is 50%, but it's also the best you can do. Disproving the theory basically comes down to identifying one thing in the universe that cannot be represented or manifest from these directed fields. Anything at all. And you say like, well, the stuff humans build. No. There's a bunch of complicated projections to get there. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. I provide supporting observations, talk about harmonics in the periodic table, do a bunch more observations and predictions, and have a conclusion in the simulator gallery. So if you want to go check it out, please feel free to do so. Again, the link is in the description of this video. Please give me a few claps. Maybe help that medium algorithm spread the word. And thanks for watching.